What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is of course the Classic Bandit, and today's video is going to be my thoughts on Tye Dillinger asking and being granted his release on his 38th birthday by WWE. Great present, WWE, good job. Pretty much you could have done something with this guy, but you didn't. Certain superstars outside of WWE have acknowledged it, such as Cody Rhodes. So does this lead to, will this lead to a double or nothing match for Tye Dillinger? There's no reports yet on what his name is going to be outside of WWE or anything like that, and that's not what this video is about. But Tye Dillinger did release this statement. This evening I requested my release from WWE. In the past 5.5 years with them, I have seen done some wonderful things that I am very proud of and will never forget. I have met and have worked with unquestionably some of the greatest talent on this earth, and the pleasure has been all mine. I feel that this time this decision is extremely difficult, as is what is best for myself and WWE. I wish to continue to grow as a performer and offer those paying hard-earned money to watch a show I'm performing on a little more of myself. To the male and female locker rooms, coaches and producers, to the production, ring crew, all the way up to the top, very top of WWE, and most of all, the fans. I wish you all the very best and thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything. Now, that was his statement. Obviously, this is kind of to keep WWE somewhat sweet, because let's face it, his fiance Peyton Royce is still working for the company. That's what I take away from this statement. That's my own opinion, but that's what I actually take away from this statement. But let's talk on the fact of, right, he asked for his release and he was granted, but why does yet another superstar in WWE ask for his release? He's debuted, I think, about a year and a half ago at this stage now on WWE, maybe a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, but over a year now anyway on the main roster in WWE. And creative from day one have done absolutely not a thing with this character. Hasn't even attempted to try. There has to be something backstage where WWE have to come out and say, right, look, if we're bringing a guy up from NXT, we need to have a 6-month plan with this superstar, and throughout 6 months, yes, audibles can be called and say, alright, that's not working, let's change it up. And if realistically, if it's not working, there needs to be a conversation with that talent, and maybe a possibility going back down to NXT to redevelop a new persona or something along those lines. But likes of Tye Dillinger, he's a classic example of a guy that should be a heel, that should be hated, but they brought him up as a babyface. There's enough things that you could do. He's never going to be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He's never going to be a Universal Champion, but he can be like some United States or Intercontinental Champion, a decent champion at that. He can have decent matches. There's no question, if, ands or buts about this. But the fact that WWE pretty much did absolutely not a fucking thing with the guy just shows the fact that do WWE creative know what they're doing with the talent that they have on the main roster. And this is even worrying me, because this past week they brought up 4 other NXT superstars. Ricochet, which is probably one of the best guys that had down in NXT, exceptions to Adam Cole. They brought up Aleister Black, which is one of the best strikers. He can have amazing matches, and even his character is excellent. They brought up, let's say, put this with DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, 2 top talents who hold 2 top titles as well. One of them did. He lost it apparently last night in his first title defense. But I suppose my whole point about this, my whole thing that where I'm going with this whole video is, you have 4 guys now coming up to the main roster. Do creative have any clue what they're doing? Is this Vince saying, oh, we need more talent, bring up 4 more? Like, if you look at EC3, they've yet to do anything proper with him. Lacey Evans, yet to do anything proper with her. And Heavy Machinery, I was trying to think of their fucking names. They've yet to do anything proper with them. So I'm getting worried that it's just Vince's whole thing is flood Raw, flood SmackDown of talent, but yet have nothing planned for them, have no direction on where to go with these 8 talents. Let's face it, it's 8 superstars. They have no idea what they're doing with it. Heavy Machinery are never going to be a top, like one of the best tag teams in the world. I understand that, but they should have a system set up for them. Lacey Evans is never going to be a top women's champion or women's star, but they should have a system set up for her. Ricochet can be, and I do believe he will be, but they should have something set up for him. And same with DIY. They can be a top. I would place them in the tag division at the start, and then have them go up further as singles competitors. They are 2 singles competitors, but WWE are truly focusing on the tag division. Then focus on the tag division as well. If you look at like Aleister Black is a main event guy. He is. He's never going to be the John Cena's, the Hulk Hogan's, the Roman Reigns of the industry, but he can put on decent matches. He's not just a placeholder for a championship. He can hold that championship and represent that championship the way it should be represented when being defended or when challenging even for the title. He is an all-round decent guy, and I would actually, with Aleister Black, I wouldn't have him speak. I would have a manager represent him. I don't know who. I would actually have Paul Heyman, but if you're having Paul Heyman, you cannot have him mention Brock Lesnar. Plain and simple. But that's where I would go. But back to the whole Tye Dillinger thing. This is those 8 examples. I feel that probably 25% of those 8, meaning 2 to 3 of those superstars, will ask for the release within the next year. That's unless WWE creative cop the fuck on and actually do something. Because Tye Dillinger, again, he was never going to be this main event guy, but he should have been utilised to a certain degree, which he was never utilised. Yes, you can say he was injured. So fuck him up. Before he was injured, he wasn't used at all. They could have put him on 205 Live and had him do his thing on 205 Live. Yes, that's kind of down below NXT in my opinion, but they could have done something with the guy, but they didn't bother. And that's, I suppose, my whole point. Creative don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they have the mindset of a wrestling fan or wrestlers or in general wrestling. I don't know if they have that kind of mindset that, alright, okay, the industry is going this direction, so we need to match it and excel past the way they're going and be the first to do it. That's the way they should be doing it, but they're not. They're playing catch up, and it's playing catch up. And with AEW coming along, WWE could potentially be a sinking ship if things don't start changing. I don't think they're a sinking ship as of right now, but with talent asking for releases, like Mike Bennett had asked for his release, whether he can come out and say he didn't. Maria Canals said the same thing, but he asked for his fucking release. Tommy asked for his release and was granted it. So, like, how many more talent are you willing to lose? Top talent even, that you're willing to lose before you decide that, okay, creative control goes to Vince, Triple H, whoever, and let's see if we can change things up or get a 6-month plan for each and every top talent that you have. Don't worry about the guys that are only jobbers, and I don't mean that in a harsh way. Worry about your top talent, then your jobbers. That's what I mean. But they're trying to worry about every single one in the same group. But you have to know who's going to draw money for you and who's not. Like, so Ricochet will draw money for you. Tye Dillinger, in my opinion, will draw money for you. So don't lose those guys for trying to push likes of Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, who, in my opinion, will not. I do like the fact they're a tag team now, but I don't think they will draw money for you. Or Mojo Rawley, I do not think that guy will draw money. Either with Baron Corbin. That's my own opinion. But look, this is going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you have your own opinions, and if you do comment them down below. Also, again, if you did enjoy it, you know what to do, guys. Thanks for watching. I shall see you in the next video. Peace.